Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today I have an unusual project for you. It's a craft project, but not one that I particularly would have normally put out on my video channel. However, I get asked very frequently, how do I manage to run two businesses, have 4 little boys, and a husband who works shifts, and do it? You know, that's the question I'm asked possibly more frequently than others. And that is because I'm able to do it because I plan my time very, very specifically, and I work, when I'm working, I work on an hourly basis. Now, I recently showed in my craft forum on Facebook, it's called PootlesPapercraft forum if you're not part of it already, I did a quick mini video of my my diary setup, and I actually filmed it with my mobile phone in my pyjamas because it was about 11:30 at night, and a few people were interested in how I had made an extension to it. So I'm going to show you how to make the extension. Now this is my diary. I'm going to come over to a blank page, so December. I've actually designed the diary setup myself because I was very specific about what I wanted. So yes, you'll be able to download this on my blog. It will be A4 size, so please take note of that. You might have to adjust it if you're working in 8.5 by 11. But I knew what I needed. I knew I needed to work in an hourly basis because there are some days when I have more time than other days. You know, I also work in the evenings. Perhaps if my husband's on nights, I will perhaps come in the office. I needed a section where I wanted to write down my blog post. Let me come back to an old week where you'll be able to see. Here we go. Here's an old week. This is the week that I'm currently in, although you're next week. So I needed to have a section where I could write down my Stampin' Up blog posts and my Southall ones, and then mark them off when I've written them and added them to my blog and scheduled them. I also needed to have a section where I would write some notes, and some weeks I would have more notes than others, so I wanted to keep this relatively small, but obviously I do sometimes write extra notes. And if I take you back to where we are, so this is where I am right now. This is today for me. This is, let me look at the clock, 2:45. And I'm a little bit behind. Actually, I've filmed out of order. So this is very specific for me, and that's what I wanted to do. And it's very important that I have a full week to view, so I can just at a glance go, oh yeah, great, I'm off on Tuesday. I had a day off yesterday. Yay, I went shopping with my mum. It was amazing. I don't do shopping very often. And to know, and I do work a long way ahead. I mean, this is right into September. This is how far I plan ahead, so I know when I'm working. It's the school holidays I've hatched to. So I like to do this, and I like to have my layout done, but I like to put in extra notes. So this particular week, I sent out all my customer thank you gifts, as you know that because that was a video from last week, but I might need to have extra note space in there. So this is what I created. So if I tip this, you can see it. There is a plastic sheet here, clear window sheet, that I've attached, and I have got an extension on it. I could have taken an extension and, let's use this one, and stuck it in there, but that would have driven me batty because I'd have been going backwards and forwards like that. Oh, what's happening this end of the week, and what's happening on Monday and Tuesday? I don't know. And it would have just made my brain ache, and that's never a good thing. So I devised a system that would make it a little bit easier. Let me slide this along so I can see my week at a glance, but I've also got room to write extra notes. Now, I knew that I wouldn't be writing extra notes on there because I knew that I was going to be doing certain things on Monday, but I wanted some space, flip the wrong week, to write extra notes here. So I've got to find a holiday venue. Still haven't found it. We go away next week. It's not good, but I wanted to be able to put extra things, so although you're seeing it in real time, by the time it comes out on the video there will be more. Let me show you an example. So this is my previous week. So this is a couple of weeks ago for you. You can see that my blog is very specifically scheduled, and I would have had this section on a flyleaf, and I've got extra notes on there. Basically, when the week is over, I take it out and stick it down. So I also wanted it to be in a particular way so that I could see at a glance easily, and I could write on it on either side. So I didn't want it to be a permanent stick to the acrylic sheet. I wanted it to flap. Now, I'm making my own acrylic sheets. You can buy fly leaf, that's what they're called, fly leaves from Filofax. This is one, and it's a detachable one. Let me see, you can see a little F there, so it has a little tab that sticks out. So you can buy them, I want to say they're about £3.50 each, from Filofax. Don't quote me on that. It's quite a lot of money, so making my own was considerably cheaper, considering how far I work ahead, which is right into September. So I've still got a few bits of planning to do there. So let me move this out of the way. The first thing you need to do, you've got to have some acrylic sheets, or window sheets as they are, Stampin' Up, and I'm a Stampin' Up purist, and you need to measure what sort of size you want. So I want one the same size as this piece of paper, so I know my measurement. I know it's 14.8 and I know it's 21 centimetres that way. So let's scooch that out of the way, bring in my trimmer, and from one of our packs that costs £4.50 and you get 2 sheets, I can make 4 fly leaves and then have leftovers. If you have a small diary, you could do that too. I know there are people out here who have lots and lots of planners. I have a couple. I have my work one and then I have a family one, so I don't put family stuff in there particularly. So I'm just trimming it down. You're not going to be able to see because it's clear. So this is 1/2. And there's another. So that is the section that I need. Where do you put your holes? Well, that's, well, the simplest thing to do. Pull out a sheet, and actually the simplest thing to do would be to use an existing sheet as a template. There you go. Oh, you can see it now. Lay one of these over the top. It's all perfectly matching. I use the crocodile, and I use the bigger of the 2 holes, and you literally just punch through using it as a guide and just keep going along. Oh, that's firing straight into my face. You can buy the speciality hole punchers for Filofaxes and organisers. I'm not so bothered, I can manage with that. And then, can you see that? I think you can see the outline of it. There you go, there's the holes. There's 3 holes there, 3 holes there. That's going to perfectly line up. Now I want to show you how to attach. Now, I'm a Stampin' Up purist. I don't use anything particularly that's not our brand. So, and I love Project Life cards. I don't do an awful lot of Project Life stuff, but I love them. And as I flicked through here, you will have seen various Project Life pages. So these are Project Life cards and the additional stickers and stuff that go with it. So this is the baby one. My boys are all, well, they're not all grown up. My youngest is 4, but I don't do the baby thing very much. So, but these are our Project Life card kits and the accessory packs. And I've just decorated. See, look, I'm going on holiday. I'm not. I'm going away for 3 days on a mad cruise, mad round tour around the country to Chessington, Windsor, and goodness knows where else. My mum's birthday. So these are Stampin' Up Project Life cards and stuff, and it means that I can have a functional working diary that's a little bit crafty and pretty. This is the week that the children go back to school, and I've got a birthday there. It's my little boy's birthday. This is another week that I need to schedule in because the children are back to school by then, so my working week will change. More Project Life, you know, cards. So it's just, for me, it's a different way to do Project Life or to use the cards. And I could spend hours going through and flicking through which ones I want. I have, don't worry, I'm not going to make you do that, sit through that. But I will go through and I'll go, well, I want the front of that one, but I don't like the back of it, so I'll have the back of that one and stick it up and lay it up. So I'll spend ages doing it. I have already done it for you. So I know I want that on one page, on one side. Not mad keen on the quote, so I'm going to have my fly leaf, as I call it, or my extender, that's going to go backwards and forwards like that. I'm going to have that on one side, that on the other. I'm going to put a double panel where I've done that because I wanted to be able to write notes and I can't. So I'm going to attach that bit on there. So we'll do that now. A little bit of snail. Got my adhesive drawer was the wrong way round, so I've got them all the right way up. They're stuck. I want to have this one on there. And so that means that I can write notes on there, but I've still got the pretty pattern. I can scribble some notes up there. Then you decide how you want to have it round. So if I bring back in an empty page, let's take this date in October. So I want to be able to have, I don't want to, this will correlate to really the first couple of days of the week, to Monday and Tuesday. There's not going to be much written work, you know, much extra notes there. So that I know that that is going to be on this uppermost part. So if I slide that out of the way, which means that I'm going to open it out like that and just stick it down with some washi tape. And our accessory pack for this particular set, which is called Love Story. And hopefully I've picked up a German catalogue next to me instead of my UK one. So literally I'm just going to stick it down with some washi. It means that I can reuse these. It means that I can stick the page into my diary after the week is finished. So there's one piece there. We'll have another piece there. I have left a bit of a gap. I really don't think you're going to be able to see it, but I've left a, there you go, you can see it there, a hair of a gap there, and it's so that it hinges easily to go round. And if I pop that into that page, just for example's sake, oops. So I could write my notes for the Monday and Tuesday onto there, and then when I come to this part of the week, this rotates all the way around, so I've got plenty of space to write notes that are going to correlate to there. And then just to further add to it, I would probably chop down a little bit of another card, stick it in there just for decoration, depending on what I knew was or wasn't going to be happening that week. So that's my extra section of my diary. I have got lots of bits in here. I have decorated because I'm a crafter. You know, I've put other bits and pieces in. I've got some tabs that I created. These are for monthly figures, monthly plans and things like that, expenses, where I plan ahead. Look, this is my Pootles Advent Countdown. It's coming up, starts in September. I'm going to hide it. So I have got 19 projects prepared for that. And so that's it. But I love it. I'm really happy. It's not a bulky diary. It's better than my old layout. And it uses Project Life, which makes me very happy. So anyway, I hope that's useful to those of you who do work with a planner. Like I say, if you want to download my Excel spreadsheet, which is what I printed my diary pages off with, feel free to go and help yourself off my blog. I print onto Whisper White. No, it doesn't take up lots of space, and there's no more additional space than a regular diary. So this section here is 2, 3, lots of months worth. It doesn't particularly take up much space. It's not hugely thick, but you can't see through it. There's no bleed through. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. Hope to speak to you very soon.